Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to start a series of videos in which I make a virtual pinball machine. Now, not a pinball machine in the traditional sense. It's me. It's going to be basically in the Star Wars universe, and what I mean by that is I'm going to make a shuttle, and in the top of the shuttle will be where the playfield will be. Of course, I've got to go for the Empire look. And what better ship to lend itself to this design of a pinball machine, kind of, would be the Imperial dropship. Now, you first see this ship in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, and Boba Fett gets his armor back, and then this happens. Wow, both of them. Then have the nerve to turn around and look at it. Anyway, that's the ship that I'm going to use. So I combed the internet for a 3D model, and I found that someone made it on CGTrader. So I'll put the link in the description below. Once in Blender, I resized the model to roughly the size I want it to be in the real world. Then I isolate the parts and use an awesome plugin called Snap Measure. With that, I'm able to put measurements to every edge and including angles. So once that's done, I save everything out to the cloud, and then on my phone, I can bring up those images as my reference. To hide my imperfections and the imperfections of the wood itself, because I went with a cheaper wood, I'm going to put styrene sheets over the wood, and that will serve as the actual paneling. So it should come out pretty well in the end. But enough of me talking, let's go ahead and get started with part 1 of the build. I know, there's a lot of footage of me cutting boards, but it's a necessary evil. These parts aren't going to cut themselves, so here we are. I guess sit back and relax and listen to the music then. You'll notice some rough sheets of wood here and there being used. That's because I want to go through all my scraps, thus saving me some cash. Here I resorted to using a drill, as I'm still kind of new to the whole plunge technique with the jigsaw. Alright, you caught me. Yep, I used the laser to make this acrylic guide. Now, the eagle eye will notice that there are some cuts to these curved parts. I figured I'd make it easier on myself by adding the slots before the assembly. You know, watching this makes me want a sandwich. Wait, no. A sub sandwich, yeah. These are those cuts or slots that I mentioned earlier. At first, I tried making this all one piece, but later I realized that this is a mistake. Luckily, this was easy to resolve. So what I'm assembling here is the rear landing gear. And this is part of the front landing gear. Now, of course, I don't have a saw that's large enough, like a 10-inch blade type saw, which I could have just cut all of this in one fell swoop. But instead, you use what you got, right? So that's why I've had to part this out, and now I'm assembling it all back together. And here's what both parts look like together. Now, of course, the part that's in the center here, that's going to be covered by the turret. And the back side will be up against the hull, so you'll never see that craziness. And then any parts that are exposed are going to be covered in styrene, thus hiding all my mistakes. Sorry, got carried away there. So I recorded this using some glasses that had a camera, and I wanted to do a from my point of view type of video, but that was all over the place. Had I uploaded that video, you guys would be throwing up, and we can't have that. So basically, it's just two little boards put together with these triangular pieces that I tried to put a slight bevel on. I also added a little recessed area with Dremel, and then that way the 3D print could fit in there just fine. And yeah, so I made two of these, and basically both parts would fit under the wing just like this. So I'm still toying around with the idea of either 3D printing or making the turret out of wood. As a proof of concept, I went ahead and just made one, and this is that footage. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? So I had to make 5 or 6 of these discs. So if I do choose the wood route, then I'll just have to double my efforts and make 5 or 6 more. See, I can do math. Okay, this line could be a little deeper. Okay, this looks ready. And with that, this seems like a pretty good stopping point. So in the next episode, we'll put the styrene on and make it look like something that Boba Fett wouldn't want to destroy, huh? Yeah. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, that way you don't miss the next episodes, and I will see you guys next time.